Hey guys, this is Coach Edwards with lacrossegoalietips.com and lacrossegoalieuniversity.com. I promise this week I'm not going to be as angry as I was last week, okay? I apologize. I was ranting. I'm not normally like that. I must have been not enough caffeine or something. I don't know. So this week I got a message from Scott, and Scott says, I'm the coach slash father of a female high school goalie. She is a very good goalie on the verge of being a great goalie, but she has a bad habit of bringing her legs together on low shots versus exploding out to the ball. I can't break her of the habit. Any suggestions? Yes, join Lacrosse Goalie University and you know better. Okay, Scott, I'm teasing, but here's the deal. Listen, if she's bringing her legs together, all right, first and foremost, a female goalie has shin guards on, which is probably, she's probably relying on a little bit there. That's fine. But anytime we have a bad habit, okay, Scott, I know you're old enough to understand what a record was, right? So a record was this disc of plastic, okay, for the kids watching this, disc of plastic with a groove in it. It was amazing. And we put a needle on it and it played a record. This was before CDs, if you even know what a CD is. Okay, I'm teasing, but here's the deal. So a record had a groove in it, all right? And we put the needle in the groove and the groove played a song. And so consider your goalie like that groove on the record, and right now she is playing the wrong song. Now you remember, Scott, when records, if they got a nick in it, if that groove was small, okay, then the needle could fly out, right? So basically, if this is a really bad habit, it's like she's got a really deep groove on the record. What we're trying to do is we're trying to basically wipe that groove clean and start her over. So what happens here is you need to get her to practice. You need to have her do her movement prep, do her light warm up, get her in the cage, and while she's fresh, all right, before you even shoot to stick side high, off stick high, you're going to prioritize low shots. But before you even get her in the cage with the ball, you're going to have her without a stick do the movement, the proper movement to shots down low. Now, my suggestion here is this. We don't want to necessarily reinforce goalies coming out at the ball, all right? What I would rather see her do in their step, okay? What I'd rather see her do is have a more aggressive stance and take a step out to the ball, okay? So when you've probably heard me say this before, the whole concept of stepping to the ball really, I think, comes from back in the day of really bad fields, right? And young kids, because what do you tell young kids, right? If a young kid shoots on a goalie and the goalie just, and the shot's up high and the goalie makes the save, what does the coach tell the shooter? Jimmy, bounce it, right? So what does Jimmy do? He bounces the ball. So the next time he bounces the ball, now the young goalie is kind of confused because they haven't seen a lot of bounce shots yet. And so the ball bounces, goes in the cage. What do we yell at the goalie? Timmy, step to the ball. Because why? Because we want him to step out, and that way the bounce shot will hit him, all right? Or her, okay, in this case. But all we're doing is we're reinforcing a bad concept in the goalie, all right? I would rather see the goalie take a step out and be aggressive to the shooter, okay? Now they're cutting down the angle. You can see how my face blocks more of the screen behind me, right? More of the board. Whereas if I'm back here, there's more to be seen, right? So instead of having her step to the ball, all right, which can screw up other movements, I'd rather have her have an aggressive stance where she's out already. And now if the shot is coming to her, she is just dropping, really. Her feet almost don't even move. She's just getting that stick down, right? Stick down in the air. She's saving that space where the ball's going to go, okay? That's what we want to focus on with her. But the way you've got to break her of this habit is you've got to get her out into a non-threatening environment where she can just focus on the proper movement to the ball and the wiring that we need to have happen. Because what happens in a high pressure situation, technique usually goes out the window, all right? We want her to react normally. My question though for you, Scott, is she making the save? Because if she's making the save, it's not that big of a deal, all right? Trevor Tierney, I was talking with Trevor a couple weeks ago for my new book, The Definitive Guide to Lacrosse Goaltending. And Trevor's the only goalie in history who won a college title, a MLL title, and a world title, all right? And he teaches butterfly, all right? Go on YouTube and search for Trevor Tierney butterfly, and you'll see the video of him talking about dropping, all right? And I could completely concur with what he says there. You know, as goalies, lacrosse goalie has gotten really confused over the years. And really, as the shooters get bigger, faster, stronger, and the ball comes faster, our goal as a goalie is to get something in front of the ball, okay? Something. And if that involves your daughter just bringing her legs together to make a save, hey, the ball's not in the cage, is it? All right? So, yeah, sure, it would be great if we could catch everything. But if you look at a hockey goalie, you know, they catch the ball with their entire body, right? When they give up a rebound, it's like people are like upset because they didn't catch it with their armpit, right? They're not just catching it with their glove hand. But lacrosse goalies, we tend to overthink this and we think, oh, we got to get everything with our stick. No, if you can throw out an elbow and make a save, good on you, all right? If you make a kick save with your foot, good on you. Right? You have a chance to make another save and get possession. If you mess this up and it's in the cage, you got a face-off happening, right? So Scott, don't worry about this too much, all right? Your daughter's doing great, and she's obviously doesn't have fear, which is cool, all right? So get her out of the cage, get her in an environment where you can just kind of have her work on the technique, the proper movement to the ball, right? As long as you don't sacrifice some saves. All right, but have her do that, then get her in the cage, and hopefully you've erased that groove on the record and you're playing a new song, okay? Hope that analogy makes sense. If you like this post, do me a favor, share it, like it, tweet it, pin it, Google Plus it. If you got a question for me, Coach Edwards at lacrossegoalietips.com, shoot me an email. And by all means, if you're not a member of Lacrosse Goalie University, why not, all right? Check it out. It's the best thing I can do for you, okay? The best thing that I can do for you, all right? There's over like 12 hours of coaching footage in there now, okay? Check it out, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Cheers.